Hey guys, and welcome back to one of my videos. My name is Catherine. I'm 35 weeks pregnant. We only have 5 weeks to go. We all know that it can be before, but we are trying to get prepared for this little peanut. So if you haven't been here before and you want to subscribe to our channel, we will be super grateful. I love doing videos about health and fitness, and now that I'm pregnant, I enjoy making videos about the tips that I have learned from other mamas and from other videos that I've seen during my pregnancy about the tricks and tips that we can do during pregnancy and also to get prepared for postpartum. We all know that the postpartum can be very overwhelming. It can be stressful. It's a lot. We're bringing home a newborn. We're getting used to his schedule or her schedule, and we're trying to do our best. But if we get organized before baby arrives, I think it will ease a little bit the stress of postpartum. So today I want to share with you some of the tips that I have learned. This little rolling card that I put together with the things that I think are essential for breastfeeding and breast pumping. This is going to allow me to have everything just in one place. I don't have to run all over the house looking for stuff that I need when I'm connected to a pump or when I'm sitting and breastfeeding my baby. So before we start, I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my video, and just don't forget to like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's get to it. Okay, in the first basket, I have what it is, the breast pumps. I have this one that is the MilkFlo breast pump. This was actually provided to me by my insurance. So if you're thinking about breastfeeding and pumping and you need to get yourself a breast pump, just make sure you check with your insurance first, because most of the insurances cover for a breast pump 100%. Some of the most expensive, sometimes you have to just give like a little copay, or they cover a certain percentage, but most of the breast pumps are covered 100% by your insurance. So this is the one I got through them, is the MilkFlo breast pump, electric breast pump. I'm really excited about this one. Never used it, so I have to actually test it and see how it works. I just don't want to do it before baby arrives because it's not a good idea, but at least I want to make sure how it works before baby gets here. I also have in here the Medela pump, which this one has amazing reviews. It's like a medical grade pump. I love that it has so much good reviews online and everywhere, videos that I've seen. This was actually gifted to me by a friend, and she's one of the persons that I met through my coaching business, and she gifted this to me. So I have 2 of those pumps ready to go. I also have, and by the way, these pumps, if your insurance doesn't cover it, you can find this in Amazon. So I'm going to link these pumps down below, so you can go to the links, see how they work, see how much they cost in case your insurance doesn't cover it. I also have the Haka pump here with me. It's like a silicone manual breast pump, and I am super excited to use this because I have heard amazing things about it. It has so much good reviews. This is basically when you're breastfeeding your baby in one side, you put this on the other side, you kind of go like this, you put it in your breast, and it collects the milk that is coming from the breast that you're not either pumping. Well, when you pump, usually you do it from both, but when you're breastfeeding the baby, you're just breastfeeding on one side, but it stimulates the other breast to produce milk and to leak, and you don't want to lose that milk, because we all know the breast milk is gold, and we don't want to lose it. Even if it's a little bit, we don't want to lose it. So this one just sticks into your breast, the other breast that you're not breastfeeding from, and it collects the milk that is coming out, so you don't lose that, or you just don't leave it in a nursing pad and goes to waste. So I'm super excited for this. Actually, there's people that only use this for breast pumping, and they talk wonders about it. It's not expensive at all. It's super inexpensive. This was probably like 13 bucks in Amazon, so I'm gonna link this below as well so you can check out this. So I have my Haka pump in here. I have to sterilize all of this before baby comes. I just think it's too early yet to start sterilizing things. Or maybe it's not, but I will do it before baby arrives for sure. I also have my water jetty bottle, that's how I call it, I think. I have it here in my first basket, and it's empty right now, of course, but it's going to be full of water all the time, because when you're breastfeeding, it's very, very important for you to stay hydrated, to drink lots of fluid. That will help your milk supply. If you are dehydrated or you're not drinking enough water, enough fluids, enough electrolytes, you're probably going to hurt your milk supply, and you don't want that. So you have to make sure, even when you're breastfeeding, when you're pumping, you want to make sure you have always water in hand and always drink lots and lots of water. So I want to have this in hand. I also have some disposable nursing pads. I have more here in the bottom, but I have some here in my first basket, so I can have them on hand when I need them. I need to put, at the beginning, especially when you're producing so much milk, you tend to leak a lot. So you wanna use this so you don't stain your clothes, or have those huge big marks of breast milk in your clothes everywhere you go. So I have this here. I have the chargers for the breast pumps. I have some burp cloths, because breastfeeding can be really messy. You don't want to be like leaking or making a mess and then having to call someone to bring you a towel, or you just want to have everything in hand. So I have some of this. These are very, very absorbent. I like them. They're from Amazon too, very inexpensive, and all of this is going to be linked below. And I have like 2 of them in here, and I can just replace them if I use them, and if they get dirty, I can just replace them. I also have hand sanitizer, and I have the one from Baby Ganex. I think it's called Baby Ganex. Yeah, from Baby Ganex. This is like organic, alcohol free. It's very natural, so I want to use this when I'm like touching baby stuff and maneuvering breast pumps and everything that has to be with his feeding and his milk, because it's gonna be his milk. So to be able to sanitize my hands and have hands clean every time I'm touching breast pumps and his bottles, and doing everything that has to do with his milk. So I have this in here. That's it with my first basket. That's like the things that I'm gonna be using the most. I'm out of breath. Electrolytes. Okay, on my second basket, I have this little basket here inside of the basket, if you can see. And it has like a little divider, because I have 2 different pumps. I have the Motif and I have the Medela. So I have the breast pump parts for the Motif Luna in one of the little baskets, or the little sides of the divider. And then these are like all the parts that I need for the pump. This hasn't been sterilized, so they're going to be sterilized before baby arrives. And then I have the breast pump parts for the Medela in here. I only have the standard sizes right now, because I'm not sure, like I measure my breast and everything. I know it comes with different sizes, and it's very important for you to have the right size, because it can affect your milk supply if you have the wrong size. It could maybe not extract all the milk from your breast. So if the baby doesn't remove the milk, and you have to remove the milk from the breast with the pump, but you don't have the right size, it's going to be a problem. So we want to have the right sizes. Right now I'm not sure which sizes I am going to be needing, so I have like the standard sizes. Once the baby is here, and once I get to start pumping, I'm gonna be able to know which size is good for me, and then I'm going to order more parts to just have them in hand, so I don't have to like run and wash everything and sterilize every single time I'm pumping. I'm probably gonna be pumping like every 2 hours, or I'm not sure. I just want to be able to build a stash of milk for him, so that way when I'm away, if I have to go back to work or stuff like that, he has my milk as his main source of food. So I have the breast pumps in here. They're separate, so I know which one is for which pump. I also have this little breast milk bottle, storage bottles, that I can put the milk in here. I can put them in the amount of ounces I want to put in a bag to be able to freeze them. So these are like the bottles that I'm gonna be using. These are the ones that get connected to the multi Luna breast pump, and this just collects the milk. And these are the ones for the Medela pump. So I have this here too. Again, this is not sanitized yet. I will do that. I will sterilize all of this before baby comes, ready to go. Okay, finally on my third basket, I have some things that I'm going to be using while breastfeeding, after breastfeeding or pumping, but it's going to like help me. Hopefully I don't have to use a lot of this stuff, but it's always good to have them in hand. When you're not able to completely empty your breast from the milk, either from the baby or with the breast pump, it can get really painful because you get really engorged, and if you are not able to take that milk out, your ducts can get clogged, and that's very painful. So there's things that you can do to help alleviate that pain, especially at the beginning when you're producing so much milk. And I have these gel pads that I got off of Amazon. I am also going to link this below, but I've heard really good reviews about them. You can use them as gel pads, or you can use them as heating pads. And you want to use them hot or warm, not hot because you don't want to burn your skin either, but you want to use them warm when you are super engorged and it's painful and you cannot take the milk out. It helps. Also, steam, like warm showers help with it too. And you can use them as cold pads if you have any discomfort after breastfeeding or after pumping. So I have this in hand here. I also have one of my hands-free pumping bra, and this is a bra. It's a nursing bra, but it's basically also a hands-free pumping bra. I don't want to be like this holding my breast pump for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or however I'm pumping, however minutes I'm pumping, just there. I don't want to do that. So if you don't have a hands-free pumping bra, that's what you're gonna have to do. So you want to make sure you have those bras that are hands-free. You can be on your phone, or you can hold a baby if the baby is not asleep, or you can do other things instead of just holding your pump parts to be able to pump your milk. So I have to obviously wash this. I haven't, and I have another one. This is a different one. This is one with straps, I think. Yeah, and then I have the one that only like strapless, but that one I have it in my bag for the hospital because I'm actually taking that one to the hospital in case I have to pump there. We never know. When the milk first comes, we only produce colostrum for about 3 days, and it takes about 2 to 3 days, sometimes a little bit more, for our milk to come down. So that colostrum is not enough for you to like have to pump, or for you to like leak or stuff like that. But you never know, everybody's different, and you just wanna, I just wanna be prepared, and rather than be in the hospital and then my milk comes and then I'm not prepared. So I'm taking one of the bras with me, and I'm also taking a few of the stuff that I have here, not everything. I was thinking about taking my pump to see if they can, in the hospital, I know they have lactation consultants, and I wanted to see if they can like properly teach me how to use them, but I'm pretty sure they have, especially this one, the Medela, I know they have it in the hospital, so they will teach me how to use it. I don't think I'm gonna take that to the hospital. So this is a must-have when you're breastfeeding and when you're pumping, a hands-free bra. I also have some more of the nursing pads, the disposable nursing pads that I show you that I have here. This is like a box full of it, and I have some more in his closet, but right now this is like enough. This is like about 100 pads. I have some milk storage bags, which are the bags that I'm gonna be using to storage his milk and put him in the freezer so I can start building his milk stash. And I have these ones as well. These are like 2 different brands, and I just want to try both, see which ones I like the most. When you're freezing your milk, I have a Sharpie here because it's very important when you're freezing your milk. You want to make sure you write the time, date, and the ounces that you're collecting, so the way when you freeze your milk and you're ready to use it, you want to always use the oldest. The milk in the freezer can last up to like 6 or 9 months. depending on what kind of freezer you have. But just make sure that you always use the oldest so it doesn't get bad or it doesn't expire. You don't want to give your baby milk that has been in the freezer for 12 months because you gave them the most recent one, if that makes sense. So you always want to write that, and all of the bags have a place for you to write the name, not the name, the date, the volume, which is like the ounces of milk that you're collecting in each bag. And I also have my Nipple cream butter, which is from Earth Mama. This one I also got from Amazon, has really good reviews. It's basically like a organic. This is organic, so I like it. It's not something you have to wipe off before the baby breastfeeds, so it's something you can put in your breast and your nipples, because you know at the beginning they get sore, they get cracked, but just make sure that it doesn't happen a lot and it's not like continuous thing where you have sore and crack and bleeding nipples, because that can be an indication of a poor latch. If your baby doesn't have a good latch, he's gonna hurt your nipples and he's not gonna be able to drink the amount of milk that he's supposed to, and you're gonna have the problem with engorgement and like not being able to remove the milk because the baby doesn't have a good latch. So one of the most important things you have to make sure is that your baby has a good latch and is removing the milk completely from your breast, and your nipples are gonna tough up. They're not gonna hurt for the entire journey of breastfeeding. If they do, you need to find help. You need to maybe talk to a lactation consultant and they can help you with that. But at the beginning, I know it's super normal for them to be sore because they're not used to this change. They're sensitive, and you know, you're getting used to the baby and the baby's getting used to you. They get sore. So this one is very recommended to have. It's from Earth Mama. It's organic nipple butter, and it's just gonna make things better. And you don't have to wipe this before baby breastfeeds, so it's a good thing. I have some lactation supplements that I'm going to take. I don't have here the vitamins that I'm about to start when I start like breastfeeding because they haven't arrived yet. I just ordered them, but they're called, what's the name of it, and I'm gonna link it here so you can look at them. But they're Jesus, I forgot the name. They are, I have a pregnancy brain, but I've heard amazing things about them. They help with your milk supply if you're having problems with it. So I'm gonna start drinking those supplements. I'm also going to continue taking my prenatals. It's very important that you don't stop taking your prenatal vitamins when you are breastfeeding, because you are, not just because the baby is not inside of you, you need to stop. You are giving all of those supplements and minerals and nutrients to your baby through the breast milk. So you want to make sure that you continue taking your prenatal vitamins, and also those vitamins that I'm going to link below for lactation are super good. I also have this tea that I've never tried, of course, but because I cannot take it while pregnant, but I'll be drinking this tea while I'm breastfeeding. I have it here so that way when I'm pumping I can drink my water, I can drink my tea. This is going to help with the milk supply, and it's from Traditional Medicinals, and it's called Organic Mother's Milk, and it promotes a healthy lactation. It has fennel and fenugreek. It's a herbal supplement, and I've heard that it tastes really good. I don't know how it tastes, how it is, if it works or not. Again, I've never drank this before, but I have it in hand so I can drink my tea while I'm pumping, while I'm breastfeeding, and I'm pretty sure this is going to help with my milk supply. I also have this from MilkFlo. It's a lactation supplement drink mix. It's berry flavored. It's to put in my cold water, and I guess I've heard that it's really delicious, and it's also going to help with my milk supply. So I have this ready to go, and I have some lactation cookies that I'm gonna keep in hand. It's very important, you guys, that when we're breastfeeding, we keep a diet that is high in calories, and we want to make sure we eat healthy and we eat good. It's not the time for dieting, or I know we want to lose that baby weight that we have when we just give birth to our babies. But eating healthy and eating right is gonna help you with that. Starvation and dieting is not gonna help you. It's gonna deprive you from energy. You're gonna be deprived from energy anyways, because we are going to be awake almost all night long, pumping, feeding the baby, and you know, babies don't sleep at night when they come home. So we are going to be needing that fuel of energy, and if we starve ourselves or if we do diets, that's probably gonna hurt you, and that can promote also postpartum depression. So I encourage you guys, if you're breastfeeding, if you're planning to breastfeed, just make sure that you eat plenty and you eat healthy, you eat a balanced meals, a balanced nutrition, but do not make any diets. It's not the time to make diets, because you don't want to hurt your milk supply. And if you are deprived from nutrients, you are going to hurt your milk supply. You're probably not going to produce milk for your baby. So I want to be able to have snacks as well, and I want to be able to have the ones that are going to help me with my milk supply. So I found this lactation cookies from Milk Makers. They are, some of them are chocolate chip oatmeal and oatmeal raisin cookies. So I'm gonna have this in hand. I've heard that they're really good, and like I said, anything with oatmeal will help your milk supply, and they're especially lactation cookies. So I have those here as well, so I can munch on those snacks when I'm breastfeeding and pumping. Okay guys, so that's it for today. I hope this video was helpful. I think this is going to be an amazing idea for me, like to be organized and not get super overwhelmed when I'm in the middle of breastfeeding or pumping. I know it can be stressful at the beginning. Breastfeeding is not something easy, but it's something completely worth it. God gave us that ability to be able to feed our babies, and the benefits of breastfeeding are amazing. Again, if you decide not to breastfeed and to give formula, that's completely okay as well, as long as you feed your baby. That's the most important thing. But if you have decided to breastfeed your baby, like, I just wanted to give you these ideas, because I know it can be overwhelming, and when you're overwhelmed and stressed, it can lead you to completely stop that beautiful journey of breastfeeding, and you don't want that to happen. So if you can be prepared before baby arrives, that's going to help you a lot with your journey and having a more beautiful and amazing journey with your baby and your breastfeeding. So hope this was helpful. I hope this gives you some ideas. Leave me a comment below if you think I'm missing something here, or there's something that I need to put in my little card, or if you like my video. Also, please make sure you subscribe and like this video and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in another one of my videos next week. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you. Bye.